Hi fam, welcome or welcome back. I'm Desi and this is DezzieLunaTarot. So today the video we're doing is what is next in love, and we are going to be covering a vibe check. That's the first thing we're going to do, just to see if the pile that you picked is the right one for you. And then next we're going to be talking about what type of love / intimate connection is next in your life. Then we will cover when this connection will happen and who it will be with. So this is the breakdown of the reading for each pile. And now I will introduce the piles to you. Alrighty fam, so this is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Don't forget to take 3 mindful breaths to ground yourself before picking your piles. Alrighty, I'll see you at your pile. Hi pile 1, so you chose this gorgeous bumblebee jasper. This stone is super pretty. It has all these yellows in it. So we're gonna put that right here. And for your vibe check, what I basically did was pulled cards to see what your personality is like, what you are like. So spotting and understanding social cues. Manifesting. So you're super good at manifesting what you want into your life and just manifesting things in general. You may be even really good at manifesting things for other people as well. And you're really good at spotting and understanding social cues, which, you know, not everybody is good at that. So you're able to easily navigate how other people may be feeling, or when another person wants to end the conversation, or if they want to talk to you, or even you can tell when people have a thing for you or are crushing on you, because you can tell by their body language or the things that they do that they act a little bit differently towards you, and that they're flirting with you, or even just sending you signals that they like you. So let's get further into your personality a little bit and see what else comes out. And I'm also hearing that with this, oh snap. Okay, I'm gonna like extinguish this candle because it's starting to go onto the table. I'll be right back. Okay, so I extinguished the candle, but that is okay. The blessings from the candle still are, you know, in effect, whether or not it's going or not. But with the spotting somebody who has a thing for you, it seems like you're really good at telling that about people that you don't really like or care about, and or not that you don't care about them, but you aren't attracted to them in a romantic or intimate way. And if you do happen to have a huge crush on somebody, sometimes you can get into your own head and then you start doubting yourself on what social cues you're picking up from them, and you start really getting confused. But it's all overthinking and basically just like over analyzing and doubting yourself, because sometimes people, I guess what I'm trying to say is that if you start to pick up on somebody else liking you and they realize that you're picking up on that, they might even try to hide it, or they might play mind games, because sometimes people enjoy playing mind games or throwing the other person off, even if they do have a crush or are attracted to that person, because some people just like playing games. So don't doubt yourself and don't doubt your abilities to be able to spot these different things. Immediately with the capture card, this reminds me of manifesting. You are really easily able to manifest things and to get things that you want and that you desire, whether it's, you know, physical items or attention of others or building relationships and connections with others. But you're really good at capturing the hearts of other people, at manifesting things into your life. With this healing, you're very good at healing yourself. And also I'm hearing that you are medicine for others as well. People may come to you for advice, or they may come to you seeking comfort because they feel good around you, because you make them feel good. And with the substance card, you enjoy relationships and connections that have substance to them. You don't really like hollow type of interactions. You like to get to know somebody on a deep level, and you enjoy getting to know them over time, and to really build a deep connection with other people. So you got a lot of cards that popped out. So with the more shadow aspects of yourself, you might be a worrywart, and so you might have a lot of things that you worry about. You also may get jealous whenever you are in a relationship with someone, and this jealousy also could extend to friendships. Like if you have a best friend and you notice that your best friend is starting to act like best friends with other people, you may get a little jealous of that. And with the renewal card, you have been really working on these aspects of yourself to try to heal them and figure out why you're so fearful or why you get jealous. And these two may tie in together when it comes to relationships, because you may get jealous of your significant other or your best friend having close connections with other people in fear of them leaving you for another person, or cheating on you, or rejecting you in some way. And Spirit is saying to, instead of listening to your worries and your fears, to start listening to your intuition, because your intuition is never wrong. And that's easier said than done, but you know, practicing this more and more over time, you'll get better at it. And unknowing. So Spirit is also saying that you don't need to know every single thing that other people are doing at all times, and to have more trust in them, to have more trust in the divine, in spirit, in yourself, and also with those that you have close relationships with, because with trust comes more ability to let go of things outside of your control, and also to follow your intuition, because anxiety and fear, they scream real loud, but intuition whispers, and so does spirit. So they're asking for you to, whenever these things are happening, you know, and like all these thoughts in your head or are overwhelming you, to ground yourself and to do some grounding techniques to bring you back down into your body, and to help you get through these anxious times, and to help you get through these unknown times, because you really don't need to know every single step that you're going to take, and every single thing that your partner or your friends are doing, or who they're talking to, or what kind of relationship they have with everybody. These are all things outside of your control, and knowing them is not going to make it any easier to put your trust in them. And Spirit is saying that if you put your trust in somebody and they break that trust, depending on the circumstance, that is a sign that maybe that person or that relationship is no longer serving you in your highest good. So maybe it would be time to move on. Now, if it's something small, like they told a white lie, depending on how many times they lie or how many times they tell white lies, or, you know, something like that, for the smaller things, it'll just depend. Like, you know, it's all up to what you're willing to deal with, what you're willing to take, what you're willing to go through for that connection, and how much you're willing to forgive. But either way, knowing yourself, knowing your limits and your boundaries is super important. Following your intuition and trusting in yourself, in spirit, and in those around you will bring you greater relief, and you won't be as exhausted all the time, is what I'm hearing. So I'm gonna pull just a couple little charms for you, and then we'll get into the questions. Okay, so for the charms, we have a few different things here. Yeah, you seem like you're a really big animal person, because we had the bumblebee Jasper, and you know, bumblebees is what comes to mind. But we also have a little dinosaur, a kitty, a koala, some ramen, Coke, and a couple adult beverages here. So you might really be into traveling and trying different foods. You might be into cooking your own ramen at home, going out to eat, or visiting the zoo, or you just really enjoy animals in general. You also may enjoy history and learning about history with the dinosaur here, or you just might enjoy dinosaurs in general. It seems that you enjoy trying different beverages and trying different drinks from different places. And yeah, so these are your charms. This was the vibe check. Now we're gonna get further into the questions on what type of love and intimate connection is next in your life. Alrighty, let's get into it. Ooh, pile one. So the next type of love slash intimate connection that I see here is one that is just loose and stress-free and not much thought to it. I'm feeling some type of hookup or some type of one night stand or casual relationship, casual intimacy, something that is stress-free, carefree. You don't really have to think much about it and it just flows, it just works out. And it's something that's very needed because it seems like you need a little stress relief, if you know what I'm saying. Seems like you've been very pent up and you may not be ready for a relationship, but you are ready to get in between the sheets. So with the Queen of Swords in reverse, this is talking about not jumping to any decisions and kind of stopping and realizing that, you know, you may be overwhelmed, you may be stressed out, you may be feeling a lot of different emotions. Maybe you're getting over a breakup, or, you know, you're trying to figure things out in other places in life. You may be just overthinking a lot of different situations at one time. And so you've basically come to a standstill in progression of romance in your life. And this is a chance to really just let loose and explore what you want. And with the Nine of Cups in reverse, this talks about going after what you want, not what other people want for you or what other people expect of you. So a lot of times people expect us to be straight with sexual orientation, and they expect us to, you know, get married, have babies, you know, the whole that type of thing. But maybe you've been having other thoughts. Maybe you've wanted to explore other parts of your sexuality for a long time, but you haven't had the chance. And now a chance has presented itself. You're not in a long-term relationship anymore. You know, very sorry for your loss, but there are bigger and better things out there for you, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. And so they're telling you that this is a chance to explore yourself. You know, look up, you know, corn of different variety types and see what is out there. See what you like, what you don't like. Maybe go on Tinder or Hinge and safely, and, you know, if you're of age and consensually, you know, always those things, because obviously safety first. Make sure you tell a friend who you're gonna be with, where you're gonna be, all that jazz. Even do like track my friend on your phones or whatever, so that you guys can take care of each other. You know, safety and all that taken care of, and keeping all that in mind. Spirit is saying to let loose and to really start going after what you desire, what you really fancy, what you like, what you've always been curious about. And with the Chariot in reverse, this talks about loss of control. That is a huge thing that keeps popping up, is control, control, control. So you might be super controlling of yourself because maybe your family or your parents were super controlling, or, you know, whoever you grew up around, or whatever culture or household or environment you grew up around maybe was very strict and had certain expectations of you. And so this is a chance to let loose and let yourself lose control in a safe way and do what feels right to you. and try different things that you've always wanted to try. And so that is the type of connection that I'm getting here. It's not a serious one. It's not a like, oh, I'm gonna just go out and find the love of my life. It's more of like experimenting, you know, hooking up with somebody, trying new things, doing new things, experimenting, and seeing what happens. Alrighty, now we're gonna get into when this connection is going to happen. So the imagery of these cards, there's a lot of vines and lush green. We have storms and we have warm backgrounds and flowers and leaves and tea. So this connection is going to happen sometime during the warm, hot months of wherever you're living, because, you know, this reading is for a lot of different people across different places. So whatever the months are that are more warm, that are hot, that have a lot of storms, you know, those times is when this is going to happen. So it's not going to happen during super cold months or super cold times. The weather is going to be hot, the weather is going to be heavy, just like this hookup. But let's see who it is going to be with. All right, so we had a ton of cards pop out. So this is gonna be, because this is, you know, multiple people here. So we have unique for the wrinkled peach, deception, growth destruction cycle, and fertility. Ooh. Okay, so this person is gonna have a silver tongue. They are super attractive, like real spicy. They talk a good game, and they're gonna present as a very unique person, a very unique personality type. They may be really into different hobbies you've never heard of or you don't really think about very often. They may be very knowledgeable in things that you're not knowledgeable in, and they may even be more on the tan side or just darker in complexion than you are, or they may have a 5 o'clock shadow. And also, they're going to be super good in bed with the fertility card. So with the fertility card, make sure you are wearing protection, whether you are male, female, non-binary, you know, safety first and foremost, because, you know, you can get STIs just by doing things other than the main event, if you know what I'm saying. So make sure that you're wearing protection always, or the other person is wearing protection always, and that you're taking precautions in those manners. But also, like, they may have their hair dyed different colors. They may not be wearing just simple black clothes. They may be wearing colorful clothes, but you're going to be super attracted to this person, and they're going to be really attracted to you. And it doesn't really matter the fact that they are deceptive, or that they are a liar, or that they are very truthful or not, because it's a one-night stand, it's a hookup, or maybe it's like a casual type of thing where you hook up multiple times over a period of a couple months. But either way, it's not long term, so it doesn't really matter. The next option, because this video is for many different people, are these cards, and that is isolation, nourish, and introspection. So for the other viewers in this video, you will be hooking up with more of an introverted person. This person usually keeps to themselves. They usually don't, you know, get out much, but it seems like their friends kind of encourage them to get out there, because they are a really handsome person, and they may be a little bit socially awkward, but you actually find that super cute and enduring. And you like that they think a lot. You like that they have different hobbies and interests, because they are introverted and they do tend to keep to themselves. So they have a lot of hobbies and interests that they pour themselves into. And they may be a big foodie with the Nourish card, so they may be really into cooking or trying different foods and stuff like that. And I'm also seeing here that they really enjoy music, listening to music, different genres, different artists. And that is one thing that you guys will connect over, is music and just getting to know each other and each other's interests. I'm seeing yellows, a lot of yellows in here, so that may be their favorite color. Green might be another color that they enjoy. And their favorite season might be fall time, or it might be spring. Also, I'm getting that this second person may be very tall and more on the lean or skinny side, because we have a bunch of like tall mushrooms here. So they may be taller than you are. I actually want to get a couple more attributes of these two people. Ooh, okay, so this first person is super lucky. They may be super good at manifesting and they don't realize it. They may not be spiritual, so that's why the lucky card came out instead of the manifesting card. So they see it as they're super lucky, but in reality, they're very good at manifesting good things towards them and into their life. Yeah, so this second person is super smart. They're really good with numbers. They might be into coding or programming, and also they may just be good at math, or they enjoy Sudoku or something to do with numbers. They have a very balanced lifestyle with something, whether they're emotionally very balanced or they have a balanced work-life schedule. Something in their life is very balanced. And again, with the music, we have singing. So they are either very good at singing or they enjoy singing. They enjoy, singing along to songs. They enjoy music in general. They really like music. And I get that that's something that you guys are going to bond over. And earlier I was feeling that they either really like spring or fall time, and we have cards that are orange here. So that is super cool that that came out. And then the pink, springtime for pink. That's so awesome. So yeah, that is your reading, Pile 1. I hope that you enjoyed this reading and that you got a lot out of it. And if you did, then please leave a yellow heart down below or a bumblebee to let me know that you picked Pile 1. And even if you want to give a little feedback, tell us how this resonated with you if you feel comfortable doing so. And that just lets me know how well I did and if you enjoyed this video. And also don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you can enjoy more videos that I post every single week. Alrighty fam, I can't wait to read for you next time. I love you. Bye. Hi Pile 2, welcome to your pile. So you chose this beautiful Untitled stone. It has all these beautiful greens and browns in it. We're gonna put that right there. And the initial vibe check is going to be a vibe check for you. So it's going to be getting into your personality and your attributes. And if you find that this really fits you, then you've found your pile. If not, then you might find answers in a different pile or a different reading. But hopefully this does resonate with you. So we have walking medicine, programming, and sensual. Ooh. Okay, so these are some attributes of your personality, of the things you like. And first and foremost, you are walking medicine, so this means that you have gone through some shit. Not gonna lie. But in the different experiences that you've gone through throughout your life, you have learned from them, you've grown from them, and you've healed from them or are working towards healing from them. And this inspires other people to heal. It inspires other people that, even though they have been through things, they can still receive good things in their life, they can still have a good life, they can still choose to make better decisions, and basically you positively impact other people through being your authentic self and through your healing journey. And with the programming card, you could be into older movies like The Matrix. You could be into computer programming or editing, anything to do with videos, building websites, technology. You could also just be into movies and shows that have a lot of hackers in them, and conspiracy theories is another thing coming through. And you're a very sensual person. You enjoy experiencing pleasurable things. You enjoy exploring your more sensual, intimate side, and you enjoy exploring your sexuality, and you have no problems doing so. I also hear that you're a little bit of a flirt. You enjoy attention, and you enjoy giving other people attention, and you are a little bit flirty. So we have I am fair, I am successful, and I am free. Oh, that is so beautiful. Yeah, so you feel free to be yourself, and you surround yourself with people and put yourself in environments where you feel safe to be yourself. You are very successful in everything that you put your mind to, everything you work towards, and even like success just kind of follows you around. And not that you don't work hard for it, but you just manifest success very easily. You're also a very fair person. So if you're in any kind of leadership role, you are fair to your subordinates, you're fair to your peers and your coworkers, and you're a very fair leader. So you don't treat one person differently versus another person. You try your very best not to have favorites. And even if you secretly do have favorites, you still treat everybody equally. And on the back of the deck, we have, I'm focused on my goals. So you're very goal oriented, and whatever you put your mind to, you definitely achieve it. So we also have calm and substance. So, oh dear. Alrighty, we're not gonna put those on top because this is all sliding around. We're just gonna keep them here. So we have calm and substance. So you may be into taking substances to make you feel calm. And it seems that no matter what situation you're in, you exude calmness. So you are able to keep your head level-headed during hard situations, during different busy circumstances or difficult challenges at work. If there's a huge rush of people or rush of customers or something happens, people know that you're going to keep your head and you're going to be cool, calm, and collected and help yourself and others move through the situation successfully. And people really look up to you for that, and you really inspire others to get better and better professionally and personally. So with the substance card, you may like to use substances recreationally, and this may be a way for you to blow off steam, or you like to experience the different side effects of these recreational things. Also, I see here that for some of you, you use them for spiritual things, different like guided shamanistic rituals, or to connect with spirit and different things like that. And spirit is coming through and just saying that if you find yourself becoming dependent on these things, there's nothing wrong with using them recreationally as long as you're doing so in a safe manner. But definitely being safe about it, and then also not going overboard and making sure that somebody else who is another responsible adult knows what's going on is very important in case you have an allergic reaction or something happens or you need help. But also, they do want to let you know that you may want to look into other coping mechanisms if you have found that you use this on a regular basis to remain calm or to help you get through the day or get through the week, because dependence on these things isn't really a good thing, and it could easily get out of hand, even if it's a non-addictive substance, because just because the substance itself isn't addictive or isn't addictive doesn't mean that the effects or the side effects, the outcome of that isn't addictive, if that makes sense. But yeah, so Spirit is asking you to just look into some alternative coping mechanisms, like different grounding techniques, exercising, hobbies, and things like that. But let's get more information. Oh, and on the back of the deck, we have Capture. And this lets me know that you are very good at getting things that you want, that you desire, and achieving your goals and your aspirations in life. You're very good at this, at basically going after your dreams and seizing opportunities and like capturing what you want in life. So a few cards came out. We have Sorrow, Change, and Acceptance. Well, acceptance and change. Okay, so with these cards, this is really Spirit wanting to let you know that whatever sorrows you're going through in life, you may even use substances to kind of dull these sorrows or to escape these sorrows. And Spirit is wanting to let you know that the only way that these issues or these problems, these sorrows are going to go away is if you finally face them and accept them. And then you will see a change in your mental health, in your daily life, in the ability to let go of the dependency on these different substances or actions or habits or ways of thinking, negative thought patterns, things like that. But taking active steps into accepting the reality, accepting what happened to you, accepting your circumstances is super important, because if we keep denying reality, we're not going to be able to deal with reality and to move forward. So you may be stuck in kind of a limbo period of feeling sad and then dulling the pain and feeling nothing, or distracting yourself with different things. And then once you're not distracted anymore, or the substances have worn off, then you feel sad again. And then going through that process and just repeating that, and it's exhausting, it's expensive, it's time consuming, and it's really getting you nowhere. And you found yourself kind of in a rut, not necessarily with accomplishing things at work or in life, but you found yourself in a mental rut, in a rut in your healing journey, because you are walking medicine. And this means that, you're healing and you've been on a healing journey. You're inspirational to others, and you also are good at healing. So maybe this thing that you have gone through has really thrown you for a loop, because you're like, dang, I'm usually so good at healing and moving on and becoming stronger and becoming better at whatever it is, overcoming obstacles and challenges. But this time around, it's really hard, and it's something that I've never really faced before. And Spirit wants to let you know that just because you feel like you're stuck, or you feel like this is never gonna get better, those are all just negative thoughts. They're intrusive thoughts, and they're not true. Spirit wants you to know that they're here for you every single step of the way. So if you need help, if you need somebody to lean on, to cry to, if you need support, they are here for you, and they are always supporting you, and they're waiting for you to just call on them for help, and they will help you. And if you need help healing, ask Archangel Raphael, ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel. They are all here for you. And if you don't believe in the archangels, then whatever you do believe in or that you're connected to, call on whatever that you believe in and that you're connected to. Do whatever you believe in. It's not a bad thing to ask for help. So if you want to ask a friend for help, if you want to go to a counselor or a therapist, there is strength in asking for help, because you're acknowledging that, okay, I've gone as far as I can by myself. Now I need a little assistance. And once I accept this help, I'm going to be moving on. Things are going to change for the better. So those are the messages coming through for you with that. And I do understand this is a love reading. This was not meant to be a deep, shadow side reading, personal reading, but Spirit says what they want to say, and they always come through with the deep messages here on this channel. But now we're going to pull some charms before we get into the love reading. So the charms we got for you, pile 2, are some M&Ms, a little mushroom, again with the mushrooms, that's funny. And then we have a little dinosaur. Who doesn't love dinosaurs? And then we have JKN. So with this mystery box, it's just Spirit saying, try something new. And you might like M&Ms, again with the mushrooms, but also you might like video games. With dinosaurs, you might like historical things or historical events. And the JK, it just reminds me of just kidding. So you might like funny things, comedies, stuff like that. Your initials might have JK or N. You might like peanut butter or peanuts, because we have peanut M&Ms and then pretzel M&Ms. They aren't regular M&Ms that came out. You might have different taste in foods and candies than other people. Like if somebody's a chocolate person, you might be like a fruit candy type of person or a sour gummies type of person. But yeah, so that is your vibe check, pile 2. Now we are going to get into what is next for you in love. The name Jenkins, Jenkins, is coming through, and also Julian and Navajo for some reason. Alrighty, now we're going to get into what type of love/intimate connection is happening next in your life. Alrighty, pile 2. So we have the 3 of Wands, Queen of Wands, 9 of Wands, and then the 7 of Cups in reverse. Ooh, so this is interesting, pile 2. With the 3 of Wands upright, it talks about accomplishing many things in life, especially professionally, and things that you're proud of. The Queen of Wands, she talks about being a very inspirational person towards other people, as well as being a really good, compassionate leader and achieving your goals through ways that you feel proud, not ways that make you feel dirty. So you've achieved these successful things in your life, in your career, through doing what you felt was right and not cheating other people or cheating the system. You went step by step through this entire process in a way that makes you feel proud of yourself and who you are as a person and who you are as a leader also. With the 9 of Wands, even though you have stayed true to yourself, you have, done what you feel is right, it has taken a toll on you over the years, and you've accomplished so much in your career, in your professional life, and in your personal life, but basically you're a little bit worn out, and you've experienced some different events that have really taken a toll on you physically or mentally, or maybe both. And you may be even burning the candle at both ends now that you're a boss and you're also in charge of all these people, and then you have a personal life and all of this, just stressful things. And you're finally at a position though to where you can start choosing your schedule a little bit more. You have more leeway in certain things, more freedoms, even though you have more responsibility. And the Seven of Cups is basically saying, you know, even though you have these bruises, do not get down on yourself for your achievements, for the things that you have accomplished, because it seems like you are very hard on yourself. And even though you have done a lot and you've accomplished a lot and you have done all these things, to you it's not enough. To you, you're like, oh, I still need to do more, I still need to do this, or what if I had done this instead of that? And it seems like you're very in your head and you haven't really celebrated yourself. You haven't celebrated your accomplishments. And so Spirit is asking you to take this time to celebrate, to, you know, remind yourself that you are a badass, you are awesome, you are a good leader, and you've done all these things. You've helped all these people. You've accomplished different goals. You've met, you know, different goals. And now it's your choice. Do you want to go down the path of opening your heart up to meeting somebody? And that is the question. Are you ready for a relationship? Because it seems like you don't really care for hookups. You don't really care for one night stands or flings. You've clocked that T before. You've been there, done that, and you're kind of tired of that kind of life. And you really want a partner. You want to settle down. You want substance. You want something that's real and that's deep and meaningful. And the question is, are you ready? Because it seems like you held off on a serious relationship, on a long-term relationship, because you wanted to pour into your career. So you held off on the relationship because you didn't think it would be fair to neglect a relationship while you're putting all this time and energy into your career. And you knew that you at the time wouldn't have been able to really split your attention between a deep, meaningful relationship and then also building up your career. But you are at the point now to where you have built up your career. You have created this or started to create this legacy for yourself. And you're at a really good point in your career to let go of the reins a little bit because you're so far at the top or you've accomplished so many things that you can put some things on cruise control and maintain other things. And now it's asking yourself, all right, do I want to get out there? Do I want to start trying to find my person? Am I open to love? And that is your choice. Spirit can't make you ready. The reason they're bringing this to your attention is because Spirit doesn't want to lead you to somebody or lead somebody to you and you not be ready to receive this person into your life, if that makes sense. You know, it's like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. That cliche line, but it's very true. So they're basically saying if you want a long-term relationship, if you're ready for it, ask Spirit, let Spirit know, let the universe know, and they will lead you down the right path. They will guide you and the other person towards each other and bring that person into your life. But it's your choice. Alrighty. So the answer for what type of love/intimate connection is next would be a long-term committed relationship if you choose to do so. Now let's see when this is going to happen and who it'll be with. So I'm not really looking at the messages of these cards more so than the pictures to get a time frame. But I will say that it's really cool this one came out because it says you will be shown the way. So if you do decide to go down this road with opening yourself up to love again, you will be shown the way, you'll be guided to your person. Alrighty, so the vibe I get from all these cards is a couple things. So first of all, with these cards, for some of you, it's going to happen during the summer/fall time, whenever that is for you, whatever months that those are. But you know, with the candle, I get fall time. With this, it reminds me of a harvest, which usually comes in fall time. And the tree reminds me of summertime. The clover reminds me of summertime. And I'm also getting, for some people, spring/summer. Not very many. More so, most people in this video, it seems it's going to be summer/fall time. But also with this, we have clouds, a vulture, and then we have a wreath, which talks about sorrow. So if you do decide to go down this path, basically Spirit is saying, don't let the sorrows of your past ruin your future, and don't let the past get in the way. Because this card talks about depression and anxiety, and this card talks about temporary problems. So it seems like whatever you are worrying about is in the past and you can't really change it. And so working through your emotions, accepting your reality, and taking steps with moving forward is really going to help you in your journey to finding, or not even finding, but being in the right mental space to be able to attract a healthy relationship, and one that will bring you joy and bring the other person joy. But most and firstly, you have to be able to find the joy within yourself, because no other person, no other accomplishment, goal, or thing in life will give you that joy, will fill that void. So Spirit is saying that you need to be able to heal that void and find that love, unconditional love within yourself. Find that joy within yourself and work on healing that part. But that doesn't mean you have to be fully 100% healed before you meet your person. It's just good to continue working on that and working on healing yourself as all this is happening. Alrighty, so now let's get into who this relationship is going to be with. Okay, so we have expanded awareness, true colors. Aww. That's so beautiful. Okay, so immediately with these two cards, I get that the person you're going to be in a long-term, committed, healthy relationship with is going to be spiritual, and or they're going to be very self-aware of their actions, how their actions impact themselves and other people. They are very self-aware, and also they have an expanded awareness. They're very wise. They're very in tune with their intuition. They might be very spiritual, and not in a typical way. It'll be in a way that really you vibe with, you know what I mean? And then with true colors, they are themselves. They're their authentic selves no matter who they're around, which is really attractive to you because you love that confidence in them, because you are confident yourself. So you admire when other people are also confident. You find it attractive. What else, Spirit? I'm also getting that they might be very patriotic, because I'm American, so whenever I see red, white, and blue, I think of the American flag. But also, isn't the French flag red, white, and blue, but it's stripes or something like that? There are other flags that are red, white, and blue, but and then also green in here. So isn't the, oh goodness, I'm really not caught up on my flags, but the Italian flag is green, like red, white, and green stripes or something like that. Also, the flag of Mexico and the flag of Madagascar. I'm sure there's so many other flags out there with red, white, and green in them, but those are just the flags that are coming to mind to me right now. But either way, I'm getting a very like patriotic vibe from this person. They may have even served in the military wherever they're from. And if they haven't, maybe they have family members that did, or they're just very proud to be themselves, or they're very proud to be where they're from. So they might be living in a different country than where their family is from or where they're from, but they're very proud to, one, be in the country they're in, but also be from, or their family be from, the country they came from, if that makes sense. Ooh. Okay, so this person enjoys researching. They also, it says protector / protecting. So they're very protective of their family members, their friends, whoever they are close with. They will, you know, it's like they'll take a bullet for them. And customer service. So this person is very loyal, very caring, and they're very smart. They really see the details. They notice the small details and are able to put everything together to make a bigger picture and to see the bigger picture. So if there's something shady going on, if something's going on at work, they're able to pinpoint who is doing it, what's going on, and also they're able to easily recognize relationship dynamics between people. And this is kind of funny, but they also can tell who has slept with who just by their body language and how they interact with each other. So that is something. It's like a little game they play in their head, but it's not, they don't do it in a judgmental way. It's not that. It's that they just find it funny whenever they're able to read a social situation and then it be right. It's validating. So we also have clever. They are very clever. Wow, that is really cool. We have a lot of red and green in here. We also have more blue. You know, I'm just really getting the flag of Italy coming through for some reason. They might be Italian, like their ancestry might be Italian. They might like Italian food. They might like Italy. They might have visited Italy and really loved the culture or the historical buildings and places in Italy. Ooh, I'm also getting a honeymoon in Italy or a vacation in Italy, like you two are gonna vacation in Italy one day. So we also have here lucky. There is a lot of red and green, y'all. Maybe that's also their favorite colors. Designing, dancing. Oh my goodness. Ooh, they can really shake those hips. Oh my God. That is so cute. I love that. That is like, you find that super attractive. Their dancing skills are fire, and you find that super attractive. You really like that about them, that they can dance, and they may even be more of an assertive personality type, and you really like that. You find that very attractive. You may or may not be good at dancing, but this person, they're like, I don't care, get out here and dance with me. I'll teach you. And then with designing, they have really good taste. They have a good fashion sense, or they make those clothes look good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter what they're wearing. But also, they have a good home. Like, they take care of their home wherever they are. With whatever stuff that they have, they take good care of their things. They design their home to be comforting for them, not for other people. And so the design of their house, their apartment, their room is very comforting, and you feel safe in that environment, and you will like to hang out in that environment. And also, if this person comes over to your place or whatever, they may even be able to give you some pointers on how to reorganize or redesign your place to feel more comforting, if that's something that you would like. Let's see what else. I am creating a legacy. I am fearless. I am happy. Aww. Yeah, you're gonna love how ambitious they are, how they also set goals, they go after them. This person's creating a legacy for themselves, and they may even have opened their own business or have gone after their dreams in one way or another. They are living their dreams. They have fearlessly gone after their dreams and made their reality their dream reality, and they are happy. And they are not only happy because of their circumstances, but they've found happiness within themselves because they are fearlessly themselves. They are their authentic selves, and they absolutely love being themselves, and they're never going to change for another person, because in their eyes, if you have to change to be around people, then those aren't your people, because the right people are going to accept you for who you are, which I totally agree. So that is that. And this was your reading. I hope that this resonated with you and you got a lot out of this. And if you did, then please leave a little green heart down below and tell me how it resonated with you and how you felt, if you feel comfortable. Other than that, please hit that subscribe button, because I'm gonna be posting videos every single Saturday/Sunday from here on out, and I can't wait to read for you next. I hope you have a beautiful day or night wherever you are in this beautiful world. Alrighty fam, I love you. Bye. Hi Pile 3, welcome to your reading. You chose this beautiful stone. I think it's agate, but it has this beautiful geode inside of it. I absolutely love this stone. So we're gonna put this, right here. Now the first portion of your pile is going to be doing a vibe check, and the vibe check is to make sure that you chose the pile that best suits you. And the vibe check is going to be describing your personality or your attributes and stuff like that. So if this doesn't sound like you, then this is not your pile. There may be another message in a different pile for you, but let's get into it. So the first card we have is socializing. Then we have self-confidence, resourceful, and calm, cool, and collected. Ooh. So you are a social butterfly. You really enjoy talking to other people, being around other people, and just hanging out with your friends, your loved ones, people that you feel that gives you a sense of calmness. You don't really like chaos unless it's something you're in the mood for, but generally speaking, you enjoy hanging out with people that don't drain your social battery. And so it's people that are usually cool, calm, and collected, make you feel calm, and that you can just be yourself around. There's no pressure, no judgments, and people that you don't have to worry about your appearance or about, you don't have to watch every single word you say and walk on eggshells. You could just say whatever you want. You can be yourself, and you enjoy socializing with those kinds of people. And you are self-confident. You're confident in who you are. You give off, I'm sorry, my lizard Luna is out right now running around, and she's making a lot of noise because she's scratching at the balcony door because she wants outside, but she's not allowed outside because there's nowhere to really safely let her outside. Anyways, sorry about that, but that's the scratching noise if you happen to hear that in the background. But yeah, you're very self-confident in who you are, and even if sometimes you don't feel very confident in yourself, you give off an air of confidence, and other people see you as self-confident. You're also very resourceful, so you're able to think outside the box, and you're able to come up with solutions to problems. You're able to come up with not only solutions, but clever ones that people maybe wouldn't have thought of themselves. And also, you are very good at using your resources to your advantage, really looking into things and observing what you can and can't do with things and pushing the limits of what you can do with those things. Also, I'm getting a notion of you really research into what is available to you in your job and in your community and in general. I'm thinking of like benefits, like if you work somewhere at a company, you'll know about benefits that you and your coworkers have that maybe not everybody is aware of, because you've read the fine print, you've gone through the manuals, you've paid attention to what's on the websites and what you are allowed to do, what you're not allowed to do, and you know the resources and where to find things. So that is another thing that's coming through. Okay, we have bottled up. So even though you like socializing and you enjoy sharing in fun moments with other people, you enjoy their company, you tend to bottle things up. You don't like to burden others with your emotions or with what's going on in your head, your doubts, your worries, whatever. And you tend to keep things to yourself. You tend to keep the much more heavier thoughts and feelings to yourself. You don't share them with a lot of people because, one, you feel like you don't want to spread negativity, and two, you also don't quite trust their reactions or their ability to say the right thing or comfort you, because even though you act very almost like nothing bothers you, you are actually secretly sensitive and you tend to internalize things that other people say to you. And so if you come to them with an issue and they say the wrong thing, you're afraid of that pain of dealing with whatever they said and it making it worse for you. And this has happened to you in the past where you've gone to somebody you've trusted with a situation that was very troublesome for you. It was very hard on you. It was very deep for you, and they kind of just blew you off, and it really hurt your feelings. It really scarred you because now you feel like you can't trust people to comfort you or to help you through different situations or help you navigate through some of your emotions or even bounce ideas off of, because you're like, well, this person, I trusted them completely and I was really close to them and not even they could get it right. So you tend to bottle things up now, keep them to yourself. But Spirit is really saying that you need to learn to release some of these emotions, some of these pent up thoughts and feelings. You need to find a way to basically work through whatever is bottled up. You don't have to work through it all at one time. You don't have to dump out the entire bottle, but just releasing a couple drops at a time and dealing with that small amount, step by step, piece by piece, is really going to help you. You can do this through journaling, through talking to a counselor or a therapist. And mind you, not every counselor or therapist is for every person. It's like finding the right pair of shoes. You have to find a good match that meets your needs. So if you just want to vent, then finding somebody you can just vent to that's there to listen and occasionally maybe give you some kind of encouragement. Or if you actually want to start working through some of your childhood traumas or some of these heavier emotions, heavier things, finding a therapist that is better equipped to deal with that would be beneficial. But I do want to say that, going to therapy, that doesn't mean anything is wrong with you. It's just basically somebody that is able to help you, that knows what they're doing. And because, even if you have a best friend or a loved one, a parent, a sibling, whoever it is, they're not trained to give you the best response possible. They've never received training. They've never done research and gone to school to give you the best advice or to help you navigate through your feelings. So they're completely unequipped to be able to give you any kind of solid advice with how to deal with certain situations like heavy traumas or heavy emotions that keep popping up. And going to a therapist or a counselor, they're going to be better equipped to give you more solid feedback than the average person. Also, I just wanted to say that I have had a lot of interruptions in a very small amount of time that we have started your reading, and I've been able to stay more calm than usual. And so I just wanted to say mad props to you, because it seems like you have a very high level of patience, and you're very patient with other people and just circumstances in general. And so, yeah, I just wanted to say, good job. Alrighty, let's get further into things. So, on the back of the deck, after you start dealing with these bottled up emotions and things, we have wishes fulfilled on the back of the deck. So, basically, once you start dealing with these different things that are clogging up your emotions, your mind, your spirit, you're going to be able to see more positive side of things. You're going to be able to be more positive in general, and not toxic positivity, but genuine positivity. You're going to feel more relieved, and things are going to go your way more easily than they are now, because whenever we are very bottled up, it's like we're not accepting where we truly are with our feelings, and it causes a bunch of tension in our lives, in our mind, in our, emotional body and everything. So once you start releasing these emotions little by little over time, you're going to have more peace in your life. You're going to have more positivity. You're going to start noticing better things, good things, more positive things, because your mind is going to stop looking for the negative as much and going to start looking more for the positive, and it's going to have a positive impact on your life. So this is my baby Luna, the little troublemaker today, who's been scratching on everything because she wants outside, but she can't go outside. Say hi, Luna. She just really wants to go outside, but there's nowhere to let her outside safely. So you're going to have to stay in here. Maybe I could make a little grassy box thing out on the balcony that's fenced in, and I could just put her in it. Maybe that'll make her happy. Do you want to try that someday? So now we're going to move on to the questions about love/intimacy. What is coming up next in your life? Alrighty, let's get into it. So we have the Nine of Cups in reverse, the King of Wands in reverse, and the King of Cups in reverse. Ooh, pile 3. So with the Nine of Cups, this talks about going after what you want and manifesting what you want, not what you don't want. So instead of focusing on the negative aspects of what you don't want in a partner, start focusing on what you do want in a partner. And when you meet somebody in the future, you are going to be really head over heels for them, and you're going to be ready just automatically to move things to the next level. But make sure to keep in mind that they may be slower to warming up to you than you are with them, and they may like to take things slower, get to know you on a more deep and personal level be friends first even, and then get into the romantic things later. So keep this in mind and understand with the King of Cups in reverse that not everybody has your same perspective of just like when you meet somebody, you know that you want to be with them. Not everybody has that decisiveness. And so also with the King of Cups in reverse, basically treat others how you want to be treated. So if you need space yourself, make sure to give this other person the space that they need and that they want as well. So if you guys need to, only talk a couple times a day and not be on the phone constantly throughout the entire day, or if they're busy, understand and trust that when they say they're busy or that, their social battery is dead, they're telling the truth. And because you would want them to believe you if you said the same thing. So this is really about trust. This is about trusting yourself, trusting others, because it seems that you have a bit of a hiccup when it comes to trusting other people and their word. So practicing trusting other people and practicing trusting yourself is going to help you in this situation, especially if you want to be in a long-term relationship with this person, because they require trust. They do not like to be controlled. They do not like to be doubted constantly or questioned constantly. If they've already answered your questions, the answer isn't going to change the next time you ask them. So that is the message I'm receiving about this person. We're already starting to get into what this person is going to be like who they are, but this is just like a brief, overview on the dynamic between you and this other person. So it seems like, to begin with, you guys are just going to be either friends or, crushing on each other. Nothing serious, but it has the potential of turning into something serious as long as you give the other person room to breathe. Alrighty, now let's see when this connection is going to happen. Okay, so with these cards, usually I just look at the images to see a time frame of when it's going to happen. So the first thing that popped out is 4-leaf clover and a kangaroo, and this reminds me of like springtime or a time that you would go to a zoo or you would go out in nature. And so whenever that is for you, if you like doing winter hikes or fall time hikes, or if you like going to the zoo during the cooler months or during the hotter months, that is what I'm getting here. But springtime is definitely one of those times. We also have a horse, an egg. Oh yeah, spring, definitely spring, because this reminds me of Easter. And because of the egg and everything. Then we have a pillow with a pin. We have chair and September. So September, that is a hard date. So that could be a month, a birthday month for you or the other person, or this could be happening in September. And then we also have a horse. So I'm seeing horseback riding or visiting a place that has horses. I'm seeing like a fairgrounds with a carousel, merry-go-round type of deal. And yeah, so I'm thinking, state fairs or town fairs. I'm thinking springtime, hiking, something about being out in nature whenever it is that you go out in nature. And then we have September. Now let's look into who this connection is going to be with. Okay, so we have chaga, defense balance, blue pink gill, rarity. So in your eyes, this person is going to be very rare and unique, and to you, you have never met a person like this before. And this person is very balanced. They take pride in their balance between their masculinity and femininity. So basically giving and receiving. They appreciate a good balanced relationship, one that is equal, where both parties are equal to each other. And it's not like one wears the pants and the other doesn't. Both people wear the pants in the relationship, so to speak. I am getting a feminine energy from this. That doesn't mean that they're female. They could be any gender, but they could just be like have more feminine type attributes to them. Yeah, we have the fairy ink cap, subtlety. So fairies just remind me of feminine energy. So they could be really into fairy core, like dressing like fairy core, or they could be really into fairies, mystical things, mystical creatures. Restore. They've recently gone through some troubling times. They've had some traumatic experiences, some hard relationships. They may have even gotten out of a difficult romantic relationship in the past couple years. And so they are working on healing themselves, and they are working on setting boundaries and enforcing them, which is another reason why to them it is so vital and important that the person they are with or that they are romantically involved in respects their boundaries. So that is another thing on why earlier Spirit was coming through and saying that, hey, when this person says one thing, you know, they mean that thing. They don't mean something else. So they're going to be honest with you, and they expect you to be honest with them, and they will respect your boundaries, but you also need to respect their boundaries. So if they say they need space, give them space, because otherwise, you know, you're going to end up pushing this person away. I also see a lot of 2s. We have 22, 2, and 12. So 2 might be a significant number. Then we have a line which has an 8 in it, which, you know, an 8 here. We have common, puffball, let go. And then we have 32, define. Oh, that's so beautiful. Yeah, they're very good at defining their boundaries, at setting their boundaries. And they're kind of like, you know, if you can't align with these boundaries, if you can't respect them, then I'm out. And I'm just going to let you go. That's the type of vibe that I'm getting from this. I am helping others. So they really like helping other people. They may be really into volunteering. Ooh, I could see them working or volunteering at an animal shelter or at a homeless shelter, or something to do with helping their community, helping animals, helping other people and those around them. So we have socializing. They also like socializing. Ooh, they're emotionally intelligent. So their EQ levels are very high. They are very good at telling when another person, oh, and then this popped out too, spiritual. They're very spiritual. So with the emotional intelligence, they are very good at seeing when another person is in distress. They're able to read body language very easily. They're able to understand other people's emotions very easily. And they're good at comforting other people. They're also good at socializing, even if they, you know, are more... It seems like they would be extroverted, but I think they're actually a social introvert, if that makes sense. So they are able to recharge their battery level by spending time with themselves, but they enjoy spending time with other people, even if it drains their social battery. And they are also very spiritual. They're very connected to spirit. They understand and are connected to their spirit guides. They maybe even watch tarot videos sometimes. They may be into oracle reading or tarot reading. They may be into spiritual practices like working with crystals or stones or grounding themselves out in nature, meditation, but they're very spiritual. They may not talk about it a lot with other people because they may not feel comfortable, because they understand that religion and spirituality is sometimes a sore spot for people, and they don't ever really want to cause strife, especially whenever they're trying to help somebody or help other people. So they may keep their cards close to their chest until they build a good relationship with somebody, and also come to understand what another person likes and don't like, and if they would be a good match to be friends with them. You know, because it's like, how do I say this? It's not that they used to have an issue with avoiding conflict and people pleasing, but now they don't people please. They are setting boundaries with themselves and with other people. They're better at standing up for themselves, but they've also come to an understanding that not everybody will be accepting of them, and that's totally okay. They just understand that, you know, some people I can open up to, and others I just play my cards close to my chest. Protector / protecting. Oh yeah, that makes so much sense. And attention to detail. Yeah, this is awesome. So with this attention to detail, it really helps them with their sensing emotions of other people, the moods of other people, because they notice the small little details and changes in somebody's body language. This kind of came from a place of trauma because maybe they had to be hyper aware of other people and their moods growing up in their household or something, but it has changed into a good thing. And they've also realized that just because somebody's mood changes doesn't mean it's because of them. It doesn't mean it's something that they have done wrong or that they have done. And with that understanding, that wisdom that they've gained over the years, now whenever they see a mood change from somebody, they don't automatically jump to trying to like apologize or feeling bad because they feel like they caused it or something like that. They're much more secure in themselves, and they are self-aware of how their actions impact other people. And they're like, you know, I've done nothing wrong in this situation, so and even if I have, like, it doesn't mean that their reaction is because of me. They just have a much more understanding on social dynamics in general and understanding people's emotions. So protector / protecting. They're very protective of their loved ones. They're very protective of also their own space. Like having a peaceful environment, not from people pleasing, but just from setting boundaries and creating their own sanctuary in their home, is very important to them. Which is why giving them the space that they need is very important, because that is where they recharge, that is where they, practice their spirituality. And if they feel really suffocated or like somebody's really pressuring them 24/7 to make a decision or to do this or that, it makes them feel controlled and it makes them feel bogged down and bad. So they really protect that sacred space that they have. They protect those around them. They protect their relationship with others. And so respect of their friendships, whether they're friends with guys, gals, non-binary, pals, whoever it is, they're very protective of the loved ones and the peace in their life. So we have the horseshoe with good luck, and we also have a female. Yeah, so that feminine energy coming through again. This person might be dark in complexion, either their hair or their skin is dark in color, or they may have dark features like very dark eyes, eyebrows, and they are very lucky. They consider themselves very lucky. They're a very grateful person. They enjoy life and all it has to offer, and they understand that not everybody gets the same opportunities across the board. So they're very thankful and grateful in general for the opportunities they have in life, and also they just attract good things, positive things into their life, and they're very lucky in general. Aw, deep personal strength and peace, assured success. That is so awesome. Again, with the peace, they protect their peace. They are very peaceful. They enjoy peaceful interactions with people, with animals, in nature. They really enjoy going out in nature and traveling or hiking, just being in the woods or amongst trees and exploring. But yeah, that is who this person is that you're going to meet, pile 3. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Please leave a little horse emoji down below if you did enjoy this reading, and let us know how it resonated with you if you feel comfortable with that. Also, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below so that you know whenever I release another video this coming Saturday/Sunday, because I release videos every single Saturday/Sunday, so don't want you to miss out with that. And thank you so much for letting me read for you and letting me be here with you. I can't wait to read for you next time, and I love you, fam. Bye. Hi, Pile 4. Welcome to your reading. So first we're going to start out with a vibe check, and this is just to make sure that you have the right pile and these messages are for you. So if you resonate with this vibe check, then you have found your pile. If not, then maybe one of the other piles have some messages for you, or maybe a different love reading on my channel has some messages for you. So the vibe check is going to be describing you and your personality, your attributes and stuff like that. And of course, you know yourself best. So if this resonates with you, then you have found the right pile. You chose this cute little sodalite, I believe it's sodalite, heart. And it is so cute and small. But just because it's small doesn't mean it's not amazing. It is small but mighty, and sodalite reminds me of Archangel Michael, so you might really connect with Archangel Michael, or you know, you might have the name Michael or Michelle. So the next card that popped out is this Impress card. We have a lot of blues and teals here. And this is very calming energy. You seem very at peace, and you just have like a calmness and peace about you. And it seems that you really like to impress other people. And then we have the Essence, Cordyceps. I'm getting a very young energy from you. You might be a young soul, or you might be young in age. And it seems like you have a really passionate flame for life, and you just love love, you love life, and you have a lot of essence, a lot of substance to you. On the back of the deck, we have Yin, and Yin is a feminine energy. So you might have more feminine energy than masculine energy, but that doesn't mean you're necessarily female, because everybody has masculine and feminine energy. But you could be any gender or non-gender, but you just have feminine energy, light, spirited, like energy about you. Oh yeah, okay, so pile 4. Whenever I was getting ready for this reading, there were some songs that came to mind while I was setting everything up. One of them is Umbrella by Rihanna, and Tom Holland did, you know, a dance for that song, and it's pretty famous, and that's why you might know the song Umbrella. So I'm getting that type of energy that you know the song Umbrella from Tom Holland, not from Rihanna, but It's a really good song. And I was very surprised because growing up, I didn't really pay attention to the lyrics, but recently, whenever it popped into my head, I looked at the lyrics again, and that's a surprisingly positive song because, you know, not a lot of pop songs are necessarily positive nowadays. It's like about being better than other people or their hearts getting broken or something like that. And it's not like, I don't know, there's just very few songs that are genuinely joyful or, oh shit. Sorry if you hear some like weird noises in the background. My cat is really hyper right now and she's running around the apartment. But yeah, another song that that popped into my head, a few did. You may like old school songs even though you're not older. It seems like you like a large variety of music, but the Striped Sweater song by SpongeBob came through, and then also Hey Jude by the Beatles. And then there was another song that came through. Oh, Zelda. Like, there was a Legend of Zelda song that came to mind because somebody's phone started ringing out on the street and their ringtone was a Zelda song. And I tried looking up the song and I couldn't find the name of it because there's like a million Zelda songs like for the soundtrack for all the games and everything. But anyways, so yeah, you might be super into music and you might really use music as a way of releasing stress, processing your emotions, processing events. And also I hear that spirit in the divine or whoever you're connected to, they may talk to you through music. Like, you know, you might have a song that is very special to you, and then, you know, you might be out in public and then, or having an interaction with another person or doing something in your car or your apartment, and then that song comes up in your playlist or comes on the radio or something like that, and it gives you a really nice encouraging feeling, and that is spirit encouraging you and sending you love. So you are very self-aware. And this is such a beautiful thing because not everybody has self-awareness of how their actions or reactions impact others and themselves. So you're a very self-aware person. You also really like to fix things. I'm hearing physical things such as like radios, clocks, tables. Like if a table is wobbly, you'll fix it. Or if something's wrong with your car or some kind of mechanical thing, you're able to fix it. But also I'm hearing that you also like to fix other people's problems. So you like to give people solutions or advice, and whenever they follow your advice, most of the time it works out for them. But you know, not everybody takes advice, and sometimes they just want to complain and they don't want advice, which isn't a bad thing because, you know, sometimes people just really like venting. We also have manifesting. So you're really good at manifesting because you're such a positive, just good spirited person. And so this reflects heavily in your manifesting abilities because you are able to draw good experiences and good things to you and into your life. And you're good at receiving good things too. You're very grateful. You express your gratitude to spirit, and just, you know, in general, you're very thankful for good things happening to you because you're aware that not everything in life is peachy keen for everybody. And you're like, you know what? I have a good life and I'm very happy about my life. So, you know, I'm thankful for that. We also have innovation. Yeah, you are very clever with figuring things out. You're very innovative and you come up with really awesome solutions that other people wouldn't think of doing or, you know, don't know to do. You think outside the box and you come up with things that are sometimes very easy, sometimes very complicated for a solution to an issue. And then on the back of the deck, we have laid back / chill. So I feel like you are a very laid back, chill person, but not in a sense of that you never get excited or you never get like, you're never happy about things or you're never like excitable. It's that like, you don't really let a lot of things bother you. You kind of just let things go and you let the divine and spirit handle things outside of your control, especially when it comes to other people being rude or mean to you or unfair to you, you're like, you know what? Their time will come and I can't really do anything about it. And even if I could, I don't really want to. I'm gonna just let universe and spirit handle things because they'll handle it best. And it's very stress relieving to you because you're like, dang, whew, that's something off my shoulders I don't need to deal with. But also, it makes you a very laid back and chill person. Okay, so I really love these cards. This is not tarot or oracle. This is just like a really cute deck of cards that gives you ideas on how to increase the happy hormones in your brain, and like endorphins and serotonin, oxytocin, dopamine, and all that good stuff. And it's so cool because, well, I mixed all the cards up, but at first they were all organized into neat little groups in here, separated by these. And these explain what endorphins, dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin are, what they do for your brain, and how they help you, and stuff like that, which is so cool. So I just am feeling called to read these to you and then also pick out some cards for you. All right, so endorphins are painkillers. They're natural pain and stress fighters. They alleviate depression, reduce stress and anxiety, and they boost self-esteem. So endorphins are chemicals produced naturally by the nervous system to cope with pain or stress. They're involved in our natural reward circuits and are related to important activities like eating, drinking, physical fitness, and intimacy. Dopamine, the reward chemical, motivation and reward system. It affects memory and attention. It boosts drive and concentration. It promotes feelings of joy and bliss. Dopamine is released when your brain is expecting a reward. When you come to associate a certain activity with pleasure, the anticipation alone can be enough to raise dopamine levels. It could be certain food, intimacy, shopping, or just about anything else that you enjoy. So this reminds me of the fact that people with ADHD have less dopamine receptors than the average person. And so that's why people with ADHD have a hard time learning things and doing things that they are not interested in. And it's almost kind of like mentally painful for them because they don't get the same pleasurable feeling out of doing mundane tasks or things that they don't like versus the average person. You know, dopamine affects memory. So if you have ADHD and you try to force yourself to learn something that you hate, you're not going to remember it as well as learning about something that you really love because you're not receiving dopamine in your brain to be able to retain and like commit to memory what you're learning if it's something you hate. So like, I guess a tip for somebody that has ADHD trying to do things that they don't like is to do it in a different way. So this sounds kind of silly, I guess, but for example, if you really dislike cleaning, calling somebody and talking to somebody on the phone while you clean could really help motivate you to clean and to get things done because one, you have an accountability buddy, but also it's a distraction while you're cleaning. Same thing, you could listen to music while you clean or while you do things. And, you know, put on a playlist that really pumps you up and motivates you and gives you energy. And then start like making it a task list. So the way I clean my house, I go back and forth between sticking to something and then kind of veering off in a different direction. So I know that I need to clean my living room. And say my living room is a mess, I have things everywhere. I'll be like, okay, I just need to clean this room. And I just start cleaning. And then I kind of see where it takes me. And I know that's not the typical, like for a neurotypical person that may stress them out to just see where it takes them. But I have ADHD and it really helps me to just like let me go on tangents with cleaning because if I meant to clean the living room and then I end up going on a tangent, Like sometimes I'll end up cleaning a completely different room, like the kitchen, and I'll have the kitchen spotless. And I've learned to appreciate that about myself. So it seems that if you have a neurodivergent brain, learning to appreciate the differences in yourself and in your brain and how it works, and learning to work with yourself instead of against yourself is super important and could be very helpful to you. Like learning different tricks that you can do with yourself, not necessarily, it's not tricking yourself, that's not what I mean, but learning different tactics on how to work better with yourself and with your neurodiversity instead of against it. So like instead of trying to force yourself into a specific regimen that works very well for a neurotypical person, pushing that aside and coming up with a way, being innovative and working with yourself in a way that best suits you and your neurodivergent brain would be super helpful for you. So the next is oxytocin. It promotes bonding and trust, calms the nervous system, increases empathy, and makes us feel social. It's a hormone and neurotransmitter that has many physical and psychological effects. It makes us feel love, connection, and allows people to recognize each other. It's also the hormone released during childbirth that promotes empathy. So oxytocin is released whenever you hug somebody or cuddle somebody. I think with hugging somebody, I think you have to hug them for at least 30 seconds or at least a minute or something like that for the oxytocin to be released in your brain. Cuddling with a person, cuddling or hugging or petting a pet or an animal will also do the same thing. Also, giving yourself a butterfly hug, which means that you wrap your arms around yourself, like around your shoulders, and squeeze for at least 30 seconds. That will also do the same thing. Serotonin, mood stabilizer, induces positive feelings, makes us feel more sociable, regulates appetite, promotes learning and memory. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter or chemical messenger involved in many processes throughout our bodies, from regulating mood to promoting smooth digestion. Serotonin is also said to help reduce anxiety, promote patience, and aid our ability to cope under stress. So you might like going out in the sun, being in the sunlight. And if you have found that you've been inside a lot, you've been stuck indoors, going out and spending at least 10 to 20 minutes in the sun is super beneficial. That'll be really mood boosting for you and really help you out of any kind of funk that you're feeling. Honestly, sometimes like we'll find ourselves in a funk or in a weird mental space, and literally all it is that we need a really good nap, or we need some nutrition in our bodies, or we need to go out and into the sunlight, or go out and socialize and talk to another person. Sometimes it's really simple things, and our mood is just a reflection of what our brain is trying to tell us, like it needs something, our bodies need something. So with this, you might be super into health. You might be very into skincare, taking care of your skin, taking care of your body, getting exercise, and eating, I'm hearing superfoods. And superfoods don't really exist, but eating healthy foods is a great thing. Superfoods is honestly a marketing scheme, which I feel like that triggered somebody in here, but I'm not saying it as a bad thing, because you know, eating fruits and vegetables and stuff like that is still healthy for you, but it's just the term superfood is kind of misleading. But anyways, so you really are into health and wellness and taking care of yourself physically and then also mentally, because we just went through these cards. Oh, I was also going to pull some cards for you. These cards are so cute. They give you different ideas and suggestions on how to boost these chemicals in your brain. Okay, the first one that came out is shiny and new. Much like accomplishing a goal, doing something new that we haven't experienced before rewards our brain with dopamine. What to do? It doesn't have to be skydiving, just simple activities such as exploring a different neighborhood, listening to some new music, or cooking a new recipe can spike the reward chemical. Aw. So yeah, getting out there, exploring, trying new things. You might enjoy trying new things, but maybe lately you haven't had the ability to, or you haven't done so because of different life circumstances. But getting back to what you love doing, like exploring or trying new music, trying new foods, would be really beneficial for you. Orange you glad. What we know. Studies have found that vitamin C stimulates the secretion of oxytocin in the brain. This correlates with improved mood and decreased stress. The good old-fashioned orange is packed full of vitamin C. Swap your morning coffee for a freshly squeezed OJ every now and then and stress less. Aw. Again, with the healthy fruits and vegetables and eating right, taking care of yourself, the music. Yeah, that is so cool. Alrighty, and then on the back of the deck, we have bend and stretch. Studies have found that practicing yoga reduces levels of stress hormone cortisol and creates a significant increase in endorphin levels. Sign up to a local yoga studio in your area, or alternatively, there are plenty of free yoga tutorials available online. With regular practice, you could end up feeling more calm, happy, and focused. Aw, that's so cute. Alrighty, so if this sounds like you, then you have picked the pile that best suits you and that has messages for you. Alrighty, let's get further into it. Let's answer those questions on what is next for you in love. So I keep getting distracted and pulled away from this reading, and it's nothing bad, but it's just like things that keep pulling me away. And then I have to like come back to this reading. And this may happen a lot to you in your every day-to-day life. You might get distracted and pulled away from things very easily or very often and have to readjust and continue to refocus. So that's just a small message coming through. But now it is time to get into the question of what type of love/intimate connection is next in your life. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords upright, Three of Cups upright, and then the Two of Cups upright on the back of the deck. Aw, this is so amazing, pile four. So basically with these three cards, with the Ace of Swords, this talks about bringing exciting news into your life. This is the beginning of something greater. And this talks about strengthening your spiritual connections and exploring different things, and also coming up with innovative ideas that change your life for the better. And with the Ace of Swords, it also talks about a significant breakthrough. And I'm feeling a significant breakthrough for yourself, for your career, and also in your social life. And with the Three of Cups, this talks about going out, meeting new people, networking, having fun, and connecting over like good memories, fun times. And it's just a card of celebration, celebrating your success with others. And this could be celebrating a success in your career, a breakthrough in your job or your passions, or having a really creative, awesome creative idea. And through this celebration of yourself, of your successes of life, and having a good time, and just partying in general, but responsible partying, but also meeting new people, meeting new friends, and socializing, you're gonna meet somebody, and it is going to be a connection of mutual love, mutual trust, and this person is going to reciprocate everything that you're feeling also, and it's going to be a really genuine connection with another person. You're going to meet on positive terms. You're also going to enjoy each other's company and just want to be around each other even more. And there is a really strong potential of this connection growing into something really stable and long-term. I'm seeing a long-term relationship that is very loyal, very loving, very stable, and a very healthy relationship in general. this relationship is going to make you feel good, it's going to make the other person feel good, and both of you are going to feel secure in this relationship itself. Alrighty, so let's get more into this. Let's see when this connection is going to happen. And under that, we have the Five of Swords, which talks about conflict, but I don't see this as in like there's going to be a lot of conflicts in the future or anything like that. But it just reminds me, if any conflicts come up or any things come forward, you and this person are going to be able to sort things out. You're going to be able to work towards a solution together. And same thing goes with your support group, your networking group, and your social life. You are able to get through and to really progress and keep it moving and grow even closer and bond even more with your friends and those around you and your future partner. I'm also getting a message through that this connection, this love connection here, is not just going to be romantic, but it's also going to be friendship-wise. Like, this person is going to be your best friend. They are going to have your back through thick and thin, and both of you are just going to really click and get each other on a deep personal level, and you'll be able to talk with each other about basically anything, and you'll often go to each other for an ear to vent to and, you know, to comfort each other, and also talking about random topics. You'll love talking about maybe different scientific things or historical things, conspiracy theories, or video games. Music is a big thing, different artists and genres, going into the lore behind different albums, like getting into the deep symbolic meaning behind the different albums of an artist and the songs in the albums and how they tell a story and stuff like that. So you guys are really going to connect on a deep level about a lot of different things. Ooh, okay, so for when this connection is going to happen, we have December and Diamond. And so what this tells me is that it's going to be one, either during December or during the winter months or the cold months, because with this diamond, it reminds me of this like old quote from this old comedy movie. I can't even remember what the movie is, but in the movie it was like a campaign with diamonds and it said frost yourself, and it was talking about winter and diamonds, and like frosting yourself is, you know, buying diamond jewelry. And so one day this person might even buy you some jewelry or get you a little gift. And also I'm seeing that you will see each other as a diamond in the rough and as just a gift, and you'll just be so in love with each other and in awe that you met each other, because you're like, whoa, how did I find you? How did I meet you? You're such an amazing person, and I've never connected this deeply with anybody. And it just blows me away how awesome you are and how much we connect. I didn't realize I could connect this deeply with another person. So that is another thing coming through, is that they're really going to see you and you're going to see them as more of a diamond in the rough and a unique, beautiful soul that you really appreciate, and that you're so happy that you met each other. And yeah, sometime during the winter months, the cold months, you could be during these months going, I'm hearing antique shopping. They might enjoy antique shopping. You might enjoy doing that. That might be something that you guys enjoy doing together. Let's see. Okay, let's get into this person, who they are, and their personality. I'm getting a message in my head that Spirit is not going to tell you every single thing about this person because they want it to be a surprise, and you are going to know when you meet this person. There's going to be no doubt about it. You guys are going to just really connect with each other so much that you're going to be like, whoa, I know that this is the person that Desi was talking about. Another thing you guys might bond over is fitness. They might like powerlifting or lifting weights, cardio, yoga, Pilates, something like that, hiking, and you guys might bond over things like that. So we have a line. This person is very centered in themselves, as in they have a really strong knowing of who they are. They're proud of who they are. They're not afraid to express themselves and to be who they are around other people, which is such a beautiful thing. That is so amazing. And also, they're very aligned with their own values and morals, and they rarely stray from their own personal values and morals. I'm getting that they really are a genuinely good person. So we also have yin here. So they're more on the feminine side, or they might be a female, but it doesn't mean that they are a female. They could be any gender, but I'm getting that they're either female or they have feminine qualities about them. They're gonna capture your heart, and you're gonna capture theirs in a beautiful, wonderful, consensual way. And also, they're very good at getting what they want, and they can really talk the panties off of someone, but they choose not to really do this because they aren't really interested in flings or hookups or flirting just to flirt. So whenever they do flirt with you, it's because they like you. Sometimes they may accidentally come off as flirty to people in general, but they're not actually flirting. They're just a really nice person. And so whenever they give compliments to people, or they open doors for people, or they do nice things, they're doing it because they're a genuinely good person and they really love doing nice things for other people, and they find joy in that, but they're not flirting with other people. You'll know if they're flirting, and they're definitely gonna be flirting with you. We also have purpose judgment. So they may find, how do I say this? They enjoy doing things that give them or make them feel like they have a purpose. They like impacting the world around them in a positive way. They like impacting other people in a positive way. And they're not really interested in doing things just to make money or just for status or things like that. They're very interested in doing things that they find are really purposeful and bring a lot of positive impact into the world and other animals and humans and the environment or whatever that they're doing. And they're very aligned with their goals, and this really reflects in their career, their hobbies, their personal life. So they might be an activist, they may be super into environmental protection or protecting animals, doing things for animals. I'm hearing a lot of like green. They're into like green energy or alternative ways to do things that helps limit waste. They will try their best to use every single thing they buy from the grocery store and not let anything go to waste, so that they're producing as little waste as possible. It's like that kind of stuff. And then also doing things like working in a career field that really has a strong impact and is aligned with their morals and values. On the back of the deck, we have community. Yeah, they're a very big advocate for their community. They enjoy doing nice things for the community. Even if they aren't the most social butterfly, like they may not enjoy hanging out with every single person in their community or being out and about in their community all the time, but they do love helping people. They love providing resources for people. So maybe they donate to different animal shelters or homeless shelters. They may donate to youth organizations and stuff like that. I'm hearing like school supplies. They may donate school supplies to different schools or charities or things like that. And also Toys for Tots is another thing coming up. So that might be something that they do in December. They might donate or run Toys for Tots in their community and do things like that. But I'm hearing that they really love Even if they don't get along with people and they have a hard time getting along with individuals, they love people in general. And so they try their best to really help others. Ooh, I'm also getting in that they like expressing themselves through their style, their hair, their makeup. They may have piercings and tattoos. They may wear like different clothes that people don't usually wear, or they put different pieces of clothing together in an outfit that people usually wouldn't do. But they're very expressive with the way that they carry themselves, present themselves, the things they wear, what they choose to look like. And you will really like this about them because, first of all, it's different and unique, and that's so beautiful. And you find that very beautiful, but also you love the confidence that comes with it, because somebody wouldn't be able to do what they do in their everyday life, to live how they live, to look how they look, to dress how they look without having confidence. And so you really admire this about them, that they are themselves unapologetically, and you really love this. Also, I realized that throughout this whole thing, I keep talking in present tense, but you know what? That's just manifesting. All right, deep thinking, laid back, chill. Yes. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. So yeah, they're a really deep thinker, and they will bring up questions or topics that some people need to be high to think of, but that's just how their brain works, and they just are always thinking these really deep thoughts, or thinking in different perspectives, looking at things from different angles. They enjoy seeing things from different points of view and getting a different take on a situation. It helps them figure things out or understand where other people are coming from. They're also super chill, super laid back, and they don't let a lot of things get to them. But I'm hearing whenever things do get to them, it like really gets to them, because they are more sensitive and they do have a really big heart. So whenever something does get to them, it hurts their feelings a lot, and it may take them a little time to recover, to process things, and to let go of a situation and move forward. So that is one thing to keep in mind, is definitely like, if you guys ever get in an argument, don't say anything that you're gonna regret. And I'm not saying to walk on eggshells around this person. You know, be yourself unapologetically. Be yourself, your true authentic self. But if you ever get in a fight, just make sure that what you're saying, you truly do mean what you're saying, and you don't say anything out of anger or out of spite or jealousy, things like that. But in general, this person is super laid back and chill. They enjoy a peaceful environment. They enjoy a peaceful atmosphere, and that's like their home life. But that doesn't mean that they don't enjoy doing exciting things or spontaneous things. It's just they don't like chaos. They don't enjoy chaos constantly. They enjoy, you know, a peaceful atmosphere in their living space. Calm, cool, and collected. Yeah, this person is super chill. They really just have a really calming vibe about them. Whenever you're around them, you just feel really calm and safe, and like you can just be yourself, be who you truly are, which is so amazing. We have some other cards that popped out. Ooh, passionate. You guys are gonna be so passionate about each other, but also this person, they are just really passionate about their passions, and they have some really strong passions, and that's super attractive to you. That's going to be super attractive, and you really like it when somebody has ambitions in life, has dreams that they're working towards, goals they're working towards. And so this is going to be super attractive because they definitely have ambitions, they have dreams and goals, and they're working on their passions. They enjoy doing their passions, and they have a big imagination, and this helps with the deep thinking. It kind of ties into each other a lot of times. They start imagining different situations and scenarios. They get curious. Maybe they research into conspiracy theories or different questions that they have. I'm also getting that they may do a lot of research into environmental things, environmental impact, how to more positively impact the environment, but also they like imagining a really positive world, a positive relationship with other people, and they're really good at, just dreaming big. We have intuition. Their intuition is on point. You can't lie to this person. Nobody can lie to them. Like, they know. They will sniff out a liar or a lie from a mile away. So their intuition is super good. And it feels like they're very spiritually connected, even if they don't have a typical spiritual practice or practice spirituality in a rigid routine way. They're very connected to nature. They're connected to nature spirits. And also, they just have an affinity for bringing life into a situation, bringing life into a movement. They're able to really inspire people, to motivate people, to get people to follow their passions because they themselves are so passionate. And this positively impacts others. And they also just have they're really good at following their intuition with different things. And that helps them a lot with navigating different social situations and who they can trust and who they can't trust. So we have, I am grateful. Aw, that's so sweet. They're very grateful for the things that they have in their life. I am understanding, and I am in a harmonious partnership. And this is just really, this is so beautiful. So this just reminds me of this is manifesting you guys' partnership. It's going to be really harmonious, really beautiful. And also, this is just another indicator that whenever this person is in a relationship, they are not going to be in a relationship just to be in one. They only get into relationships with people that they genuinely like, they genuinely want to be with, and it's a harmonious partnership. It's not one of them using another person or the other person using them. It's a very balanced, healthy relationship, and those are the relationships that they thrive in and that they allow into their lives. And this is also the same it also goes for friendships as well. So their friendships that they have, it seems like they have few friends that are considered best friends and super close in their life, even if they have a lot of acquaintances or people that like them. But the few friendships that they do have that they're super close to, it's more harmonious than the average friendship. And they're super grateful for that. It seems like they have one person that they could be any gender or non-gender that they are really close to and they've been close to for a while. And it's not out of historical obligation to where they're like, oh, I've been friends with this person forever, so I need to stay friends with them. It's more of they both get each other, they support each other through thick and thin, and it's a healthy friendship dynamic, which is super beautiful. So they're also a very understanding person, and they have a lot of empathy and sympathy for others. I'm also getting a message that, whenever you do meet this person, it's okay to feel your emotions. Your emotions are valid, but don't let any negative emotions spoil your mood or spoil this connection, because you may get jealous of this person's harmonious friendship with the other person. But just know that if they wanted to be with that friend in a romantic way, it would have already happened and they would be with that person right now. So the fact that they're only friends with them is a strong indicator that they don't want anything romantic with that person. So that is a message coming through, is not to let any kind of jealousy tamper with your head, get in your head, or mess with your overall relationship with this person. We also have I am awake. Yeah, and that's cool that it came out and fell onto the intuition card. So they are very spiritual. They are awakened to their spiritual abilities. They are super connected to nature. They're super connected to the different spirits in nature, to Gaia, Earth, Mother Earth. And that is part of the reason why they're so passionate about how their lives and the lives of other people impact the earth and impact the environment, and why they're so passionate about trying to find alternative ways of living happily, but also treating the earth with respect. They're trying to find creative alternative ways to both live sustainably and also live happily. And then on the back of the deck, we have I am present in my life. So they really try to live and be in the present moment. They try not to let any anxieties take over their life and their thoughts, because they are a deep thinker. Sometimes they can overthink things. So they enjoy doing grounding exercises like yoga, Pilates, meditation, something like that, going out in nature, spending time in nature to really get themselves out of their head and back into their body, and to live in the present moment, to be grateful of, the present moment and whatever they're doing or that's happening. And they try to really practice gratitude more often than not. So I'm going to pick a few more cards, and then we are going to end this reading. And I'm getting another message coming through that this is like super exciting, and this is something that you'll probably look forward to, is this next connection. But Spirit is wanting to let you know not to worry about this connection, not to worry about when this connection is going to happen, when you're going to meet this person. It is going to happen when it's supposed to happen, in divine timing. Sorry, that was Brandy's tail. So it's going to happen in divine timing, and, just don't worry about it. It'll happen when it happens, and it'll happen when the best time is for it to happen. So we have macrocosm. Wow, that is so beautiful. This person is really good at looking at the bigger picture of things and not getting too lost in the small details, but understanding the grand scheme, the bigger picture. Aww. So we have unconditional, and this card to me really means unconditional love. So they have a lot of unconditional love for themselves and for loved ones who are in their life, and they're going to have a lot of unconditional love for you. And they, and also Spirit, wants you to start working on loving yourself unconditionally, if that is something that is hard for you right now. Because once you start loving yourself unconditionally, it only enhances your relationship with others and with yourself. Okay, we also have decision, and we have truth, and then we also have boundaries. Yeah, this person is good at setting boundaries and enforcing them. They've had to learn that the hard way through different life experiences, and they've learned that having and setting boundaries and enforcing them, things turn out way better that way, because people are able to understand the expectations and either meet or not meet the expectations. And then if they don't meet those expectations, the person moves on and they sever the connection, because it's what's best for both them and other people. And they have realized this about themselves, and so they really stay true to this. And also, they're a very truthful person. They appreciate whenever people are truthful and don't lie, and they're super good at sniffing out a lie. So it also seems like maybe they're bad at lying. So like maybe they have maybe they have a really obvious tell whenever they're lying, and so they've just learned to be truthful and to not lie, because it doesn't get them anywhere in life, and they would always get in trouble for it if they ever did try on the occasion. And with decision, they are very decisive in life. Like, they know what they want and they go after it. They know who they are, and they also, if they aren't sure about something, they will research it and research all the possible solutions and outcomes, and then make a decision based off the knowledge that they have and that they've gained on what they want to do. And this is a very amazing energy because not everybody does that. Not everybody researches all their options and then makes an educated decision. So this is super cool about them. And I feel like you guys will also learn a lot from each other with this connection as well. And then on the back of the deck, we have intuition again. Dang, I'm telling you, this person has a extremely strong intuition. Because, you know, your intuition is never wrong, but some people have a hard time listening to their intuition or understanding the difference between anxiety and intuition, or intrusive thoughts and intuition. But this person has a really good understanding. They have learned over the years what that feeling is, what their intuition feels like, in that knowing. And they're really good at listening to their intuition. They follow their intuition very strongly, especially when it comes to other people and making big decisions that impacts them in their life. So yeah, that is your reading, pile 4. I hope this resonated with you and that this brought you a lot of clarity. And if you enjoyed this reading, please leave a little hummingbird down below or a blue heart to let me know that you chose pile 4. And if you would like to talk about how this resonated with you and you feel comfortable doing so, please do that, because I really love reading people's comments, getting feedback, and seeing how these videos impact people. And also make sure to hit that subscribe button down below so that you don't miss when another video comes out. I post every Saturday/Sunday, so I can't wait to read for you in the future. And I hope you have a beautiful day or night wherever you are in this beautiful world. Alrighty fam, love you. Bye.